All right, everybody. Whew. I am pouring concrete today, and like I put in my description, it said after I got the price of the concrete, I had to rethink what I was gonna do. So I've talked to everybody I could think of that poured concrete, and if you've had any construction work done, you've realized that everything has went like crazy through the roof. So anyway, I decided to try to take on this task myself, and so far, I mean, so far it's turned out pretty good. So we started this morning around. We was all here at 7, but the truck the truck didn't get here till about 8. So I'm gonna show you how far we've got on this. I'm still working on it, so it's still like a work in progress. Whew. Can't have the pets out here today because they will walk on wet concrete. Alright, so that's what I've got done right there so far. If you can see that. It I put it in 3 10-foot sections because I'm not a concrete person or nothing like that, but I put it in 3 10-foot sections to where I thought we might could handle it. So that's really a whole lot of concrete for somebody that don't know what really the business like a lot of people do. But after if you notice, you see the wet spots and stuff on it. It's as it tightens up, the water comes out of it. So I'm trying to work it a little bit along as I go. Believe me, I'm tired after 2 weeks. Every day after 2 weeks, I'm pretty tired. So, but the savings, I like the savings because it was by doing it myself, or actually having some. I hired a few people. Let me see who's right. Hey, my glasses fell off in the concrete, and this guy picked them up, and I don't know what he did with them. So I got these cheapos. Wish the other ones I had was cheap, so I ain't gonna cry about them. Anyway, it's like I said, I talked to several people about doing this, and it was by me doing it myself, it saved me $10,800. So that's the reason that I said, well, hey, it's just a shop. I mean, I'm gonna try to do it myself. If I screw up, then I'll just screw up. You got to take a chance. So seemed like a whole lot of work because every bit of that, I was pulling it. Me and this other guy, they was kind of swapping out, but I was on the other end the whole way. So from 8 o'clock to we were done at 11. So it went. The first run was pretty rough because the concrete truck couldn't get up to it, and we had to kind of pull it all the way from one end to the other. So that was a job. It really wore us out. I thought that they could have made that job a little bit easier, but the the guy, I don't even think he really wanted to be out here on Saturday, so I was glad that he did bring it. So I ain't gonna complain too bad, because some people don't like working on Saturday. Some people really don't like working. But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how this is gonna go, where this is gonna go with this, and All right, I take that bull float that's right there, standing up. Whoever rented it last time didn't even clean it off too good, so it makes it kind of heavy. As this tightens up, it's gonna pull the water out of it. And I take that float and I try to smooth it out as much as I can. Just keep smoothing it out until I get it as flat as I possibly can. And we took this board right here. You see that 16-foot board? We took that and I think Home Depot would take that board back. But anyway, it's a pretty good task. So if you want to tackle it, you know, smaller, whole lot better. Seems like. Looks like I'm gonna be pouring more concrete than again, you know, because I've got to have this thing right here with something, I don't know. Maybe some screenings. They call it screenings. But I showed you yesterday where we was and what I had been doing. You know, like I had been digging this thing out, putting the plastic down, putting the rebar down. Okay, your comments come on. Hey, these glasses right here really ain't my style, you know, so I can't really read too good out of them. But you see that trowel machine over there? That'll be coming along pretty soon. After a lot of this stuff ain't as hard as you think it is. And I've poured some concrete before, and I knew that it wasn't no major task. And that's the reason that I said I would get some guys, and they, you know, and they was pleased. I gave them a couple of $100 a piece. So, even my doctor come out here, so there was 4 of us. My doctor come out here to help me, so I was glad of that. And he worked, believe it or not, even though he's a doctor, like surgeon, he worked pretty doggone hard. I was glad he came. He was here at 7 o'clock, just like everybody else was. He didn't charge me, but we exchanged, you know, different things, you know. So I do some stuff for him for sure. Now, what I'm supposed to do is when all this is said and done, is take a picture of it and send it to the concrete, to the building people, and they see that it's done, and then they come out here and they put up the building. They said they can put it up in like a few days. So that's gonna be pretty nice. It's I got some plans and stuff on my phone where they sent me a contract, and I really shopped around on that. So that was pretty nice. Yesterday when I was out here, they was looked like 10,000 blackbirds out here in these trees. I really couldn't hear. I don't know if y'all heard them, but I tried to shoo them away with some firecrackers, but that didn't work. They would leave and go over the field and then come right back. So I wasn't sure. As it got a little bit later, if you noticed, the last video was almost getting dark, so they started quietening down. I was real thankful for that. So this little short video, just wanted y'all to kind of see that, you know, if you're going to put you up a shop, or if you're going to do something like that, you can do it. If I can do it, I know you can do it. Did 90% of it really myself. I'd say at least 90%. And it's not rocket science. So I know you can do it. them little fine lines that's in there where I took that bull float and went across it, all that stuff right there is gonna come out when I put that trowel on it. Thing was, I didn't want no dips. I want it pretty smooth. I want it slick too, where I can paint it and sweep it real easy. You know, because sometimes if you start trying to sweep that rough finish, it don't sweep real good. So a friend of mine just put a broom finish on his by listening to somebody else, and now he asked me, "What can I do, man? What can I do?" It's holding dirt. I can't even sweep it. I think they make some epoxy that they can put on there. If you kind of screw up a little bit, you know, take some epoxy and epoxy it, and it might fill in the scratches, but it might take a bunch of it. It's still good and wet. It's tightening up though, but it's still good. It's still good and wet where I can go back over it, pull it down, go back over it, pull it down. I was gonna do this thing in 3 sections. That's the reason I put 2 keyways in it. That was 10 foot. I said, well, what I do is I do it in 10-foot sections. I do this one day, and then I come back and I do this one day, and then I come back and I do this one day, because it was the 3 sections. But after I got started, I was glad I had all that help. And you know, pulling it around, I bought a bunch of rakes and had all them shovels and stuff like that over here. And it looks like it makes a mess, you know, with everything around. So it ain't done till it's done, you know, till I get the trowel machine and stuff like that and get on it with that trowel machine, try to smooth it all out. My handle on that bull float wasn't quite long enough. It was maybe 15 feet. So if I needed about 30 feet. That way I could have reached all the way to the other side and kept going back and forth. But the rental place didn't have it. So I'll might get back on here again, and whenever I start doing that trial, let you see how this is done. I mean, it's as it tightens up, you're gonna be able to work it less. And you got to keep that concrete flat. But it's not that hard. Every time I look at your comments, they disappear. I don't know where they go. I don't know. But it's getting about time. I hadn't long stopped on it, but it's getting about time. You don't want a leaf or nothing like that. It's definitely not time. You need to wait till you can like scratch it with your fingernail and stand on it before you can put that So it's gonna be several hours, you know, before I can put that trowel on it. You can see it's got a leaf in it. I want to get that out. Didn't want no dog tracks in it. All right, I'm gonna put y'all over here, show you how easy this right here, how easy it really is. I mean, it ain't too bad. You need a water hose. Keep washing that float off in case it gets stuff on it. So it ain't too hard. It's just that easy right there. I stopped a while ago just to rest my back. But whenever you get done with a towel like that, you need to take and wash that thing off because, or a float or whatever. You gotta wash it off because it don't take long for that cement to sit on there. So see, it's pretty easy to pull a float back and forth, smooth it out, move it one way, move it the other way, just so you kind of get it all, keep getting it leveled out. And then whenever you put that trowel on there, right there, when you put that on there, it'll be almost ready. You can walk on it. Then you just put a little water on there. And as you go, just wet it a little bit as you go. And make it slick. $10,800. That's what I saved. Knocked my head off. When he told me that, I knocked my head off. I was like, man, you got to be kidding. No, I ain't kidding. So he let me hold it, you know, just like that. And I said, man, I got to rethink this. So it boiled down to just me. And that's it. So when it sets up a little bit, I'm gonna show you how we can slicken it down. I know I look like hell, but I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard work. So, and I'm thankful that I can do it. I'm not complaining. I am thankful because so many people out there can't do it. That's my age or younger. I've seen a bunch of them that was younger. They won't do it, but I'm thankful. I'm proud that I don't never want to be able to where I can't do nothing that I want to do when I was like in my 20s. So anyway, let me put these raggedy little clear glasses on, and I will go back and read your comments. So these things are like that optograph they showed on TV where you go cross-eyed. But thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all probably a little bit later on today when I'm running that trial machine.